Hello friends and Assalamualaikum. Welcome to my channel Ideal Designing Developer. My name is Inshal Beg. I am a full stack developer and graphic designer. Today I will show you how to build one self-driving car project with artificial intelligence in Python. And I hope you will also enjoy this project of artificial intelligence in Python like Runjangmal previous project of data sciences and previous one of like artificial intelligence. But first of all, you have to just hit the subscribe button. Then after that, you have to also hit the notification bell from which you will be getting all the notifications of my video when I will be uploading, and from that it will be also help for you and it will be also help for me, because from that you will be learning more new things, more new clones and more new project which I will be uploading in future, and the previous one also which I have just already uploaded. So now we will be starting with our self-driving car project in artificial intelligence with Python. So for building a self-driving car project, first of all, you have to do one thing. You have to make a file of that. So simply I'll be doing one thing. I'll be deleting some of the files from here. Okay, so I'll be just right click on that, and here I'll be just pressing delete icon. You can see here it is, or you can also press delete from your keyboard to delete that, but simply I'll be deleting from here and just press OK. You don't have to uncheck any of the checks box here, just press OK simply, and you can see all files are deleted. And just delete this one also, because we also don't need this file. Delete. So now here we have to just make a file to just build a self-driving car project. So here for making a Python file in your Python package, or you can say project, you have to do one thing, like you have to right click on your project. Okay, so you have to right click on your package here. So take care about that. You don't right click on this vanif or underneath these folders, because these are not the folders in which we have to just make our Python file. The above folder which is just having a name of Python, I have just given the name of Python. You can also give any of the name here, because when you will be installing PyCharm, it will be just asking to create your own package here. So you can just write your own name here, which will be just not having any space. So when you've done that, just I'll be pressing right click, then go to new or hover on that, then you will be getting many of the files here. So we are just obviously working with Python, so obviously I'll be taking a Python file. So press Python file here, and when you will be getting one Python file, so it will be just asking to give the name of your Python file. So here simply I'll be just giving the name of like driving, or you can also write .py, because when we just write driving and when we have to just save file related to Python, so we have to just write .py in the end, so computer can understand you are saving the file which is related to Python. But here you don't have to do things like that, because we have already select Python file. So if you write .py or not write .py, so nothing happens. It will be creating a file into Python file. If I just write only driving, press enter, you can see automatically it has been created my file to .py and in Python file. So I'll be just zoom in so you can see my codes here. So till here we have done that. So here I have just made one folder in my local disk, and if I just show you here in local disk E, if I just go to the top, so you can see there is the self-driving car which I have to just build, and in that I have just make many of the files, you can see. So I'll be taking one file here to my PyCharm text editor, and you can see we have to just link our we have to just link our driving.py file with this balance data file which we have just made, because here in this file I have to just link that, so I can just write this code and it can just apply to another one, so we can just work with our self-driving project. So here we have to just write everything which is just in that, so we can just link that simply. So here I'll be going to this file now, and here I'll be changing that to like import, and just I'll be zoom out because it was just too zoom in. So you can see till here, I hope you are just understanding, and there's written import numpy as np. So you can see I have just written that because here I have to just import numpy, and I will be also telling you how to install that. Just for that you have to go to terminal, write here pip install, then simply write numpy here and press enter. So when you will be writing that, it will be just given like you have already installed, so it will be just given like requirement already satisfied, like I've just already installed that, so because of that it is coming. And it will be also telling you the like version, what is this version of that, like I am using 1.20.2 which is the latest version of that. You can also update that if you are having that, but if you don't install that, so just write pip install numpy to just install that here. And you will be thinking like why I've written after it as np. So this as np is a short form of numpy. You can say there is a n and p, so we are just importing like as and p, like in pandas we also import these things. So here you don't care about that. You can see in pandas we have also written like import pandas as pd, because it is a short form of that. We don't have to install this extension separately because it is called numpy, so you don't have to install. So simply I'll be coming underneath, and then I have to import pandas here. I'll be writing import pandas SPD because like I've told you, when you are building a big project related to Python in artificial intelligence or data sciences, so you have to use pandas and numpy here like I am using. So simply when you've done that, now we have to just use a collection tag which we have to just use like in AI projects only. So here I have to just write import collection, import counter. So you have to install this import collections here, and I'll be telling you how to do. For doing that, you have to just go to terminal, right here pip install, right here collection. So you don't have to install this counter because it will be automatically just coming when you will be installing this collections here. So here when you will be done that, just simply press enter, and then it will be take some time to just install. So I've just already installed that, so because of that it's given error. Then I'll be just hiding this. So you can also press shift and escape. If I just press shift and escape, you can see it is hide. So you can do that. So simply when you press that, coming underneath here, that here you can see there is written from random import shuffle. So here I'll be coming, and here I'll be writing from random import shuffle. So when you've done with that, like I've told you also, like how to just what is random and what is shuffle. Like we import shuffle with the help of random here, but I'm not telling you what is shuffle. I've telling you what is random here because we have just worked with previously also when we are building a small projects in Python. We will be just working with that, and we also work with that in data sciences projects in Python, and I hope you understand that all things. So what is this shuffle? This shuffle is also a tag which you have to just import with random, and it shuffles everything. Like random is a thing, it will be just coming the things randomly. So shuffle is also a thing, it will be shuffling your all the things and just coming randomly. So like that we have to import shuffle tag with random. So here if I just come, you guys see now import things are finished. We have to just write one comment here and these things. So simply you have to come here. If you don't want to write that, so you don't write because it will be nothing happens if you don't write any comment. But if you don't write any of the like tag which I am writing, so it will be just given problem. Like this import which I have written, you have to just write that because if you don't write, so it will be not work of yours. So here I'll be writing the problem which is just written here with our data. Moving forward here, and just my opinion is to just write this comment because here it just helps you to just remember what you are just writing here. So because here we will be writing so much code and you can't understand like what happens when we just put this code or this code. So take care about that and just write this comment so you can just understand what's happened with that. So here I'll be writing appearance, then I'll be just moving forward here and I'll be writing E. So just take care of the spelling because here the spelling should be just incorrect or correct. So you have to just write that because if you write your own spelling, it should be correct or not, so it will be given error. So just take care about that because Python can't understand some of the spellings here. So because of that we have to just write it correctly. Then I'll be moving forward here and I'll be just coming here and I'll be writing is way more. And now we have to just come underneath because you can see after it was the second line. So here I'll be writing then that. Then I'll be moving forward here again of going left. So here when you've done that, and here I'll be writing or right, and here when you've done that, I'll be just moving forward here and I'll be writing if we need, just move, and then you can see if we feed here it is written. So when you've done that, just I'll be moving forward here, and then there is written is to C and N. So here it should be in capital because there was also written this thing, it should be in capital. So here you have to write it will just. So here I'll be writing that. Press enter here because third line was just in that. So here I'll be writing learn to go, and then I'll be moving forward here and you can see there is written forward. So when you've done that, I'll be writing comma, then moving forward here and you can see there is written no matter what. So when you've done with that, just I'll be moving forward here and here I'll be writing therefore, and here just I'll be moving forward again and here I'll be writing we need to make. So here just when you done with that thing, there I'll be just coming and then so if I just write we need to make the make, and when you've done with that, just I'll be moving forward here and I'll be writing the, and I'll be pressing enter, and when you've done with that thing, here I'll be now changing that to like number of, and here when you've done that, I'll be writing instances, and then I'll be just moving forward here again of all labels, and here I'll be just moving forward again and I'll be writing equal. And when you've done with that thing, then I'll be just moving forward, writing this is called. And when you've done with that, just move forward again and write here like balancing. And just I'll be moving here again, balancing the data. So here we have to just balance the data. So because of that, I'm writing these things, and you have to also write so you can remember what we are writing. So simply when you've done with that things, here I'll be just coming, and here I'll be just changing that to, first of all, I'll be coming here. So you can see there is one line space, so I'll be also giving that here. So when you have done that, just I'll be writing notepad, and here just move forward, you will. And then when you've done with that, there is written like lose, and if I just come here, you can see there's lose lot your, and if I just write here lot of, okay, so I'll be just writing, and if I just come, so you can see there's a training data. So here I'll be writing training data. So here I'm writing that because here we have to just first of all define our training data. So if we just define our like original data, which we have to just convert that. So if it is given error or anything, it will be just all absorbed our data, means it will be take our data and not given back again. So it will be just given error and your data will be just lost here. You can't just do that. So because of that, there will be coming, first of all, you have to use your training data, means just you have to use anything like randomly you have to use your data, means not the original data. You can just use duplicate or any other data which you want to use, which is not of your use. So just use that, and from that, if it is given error or it is good, so you can just think like it is good, so you can just provide your original data to work with that. So take care about that if it is error. So because of that, I'm writing note that you will be lose a lot of your training data. If it is bad, so then you will be lost your data, but it is good, so you will be not losing your data here. So here you have to write that, then I'll be writing but, and here you can see there was just written simply the thing like those are all, and when you've done that, just I'll be moving forward, and there is written like the, and when you've done that, just I'll be coming here again, and you can see it was in second line, so simply I'll be coming here, and when you've done that, you can see there's an unnecessary, so here I'll be coming, writing unnecessary, and when you've done that, just I'll be moving forward here, just spelling mistake. Now here if I just come, so you can see we have written that all things, so here I'll be writing once, so just write that, and when you've done that, just I'll be moving forward here again, then I'll be writing that would run, and when you've done that, just come here again, and I'll be writing our CNN, then just move forward, and there is written like also, and if I just come here, you can see there is written you have to run, and when you've done with that thing, here I'll be writing that to like this script, and when you've done with that, so simply I'll be just coming underneath, and then I'll be writing for all your training, so the spelling should be correct. So here I'll be writing for all your training, and then there is written like for all your training batches, so here I'll be writing. So when you've done with that, simply I'll be now coming underneath, because now our comment has been finished. So when you've done with that, just I'll be doing like coming here again, and you can see there is written now another comment, but it is in hashtag. So simply I'll be given one line space, which is that's already happened. Now you have to just come here, and before that you have to just go to balance data, and there is written enter. So here I'll be writing enter, and if I just come here, so you can see there is written enter word, then run, and if I just move forward, so you can see there is written thing like that, then I'll be writing the script, and here I'll be just coming, and then there is written again and enter 2. So just move forward here again, and I'll be writing and keep, and when you've done that, just I'll be moving here again, and then writing that to like incrementing, and then when you've done with that, just I'll be coming here, and then I'll be just changing that to like it. So here write that. So when you've done with that thing, simply I'll be just coming underneath now, and you can see the error which was just coming is now gone, because it was not any error, just when you write comment, so it was just getting the error because you are not defining that. So simply I'll be writing init input, and then I'll be just coming underneath, and when you've done with that thing, here I'll be just writing that to like, I'll be going here in balance data, then I'll be writing enter, and if I just come here, so you can see there's maximum, so here I'll be writing maximum, and if I just come here now, and I'll be writing that to batch number. So when you've done with that, So simply I'll be doing one thing now. So you can see simply we have just defined maximum number here and the batch number. Now we have to define another thing. So when you've done that, just I'll be moving forward here, and then if I just go to my balance data file, so here when you've done that, just I'll be coming underneath here, and then I'll be just doing one thing, like I'll be just writing that to for and in range, and here I'll be just coming, and here I'll be just changing that to like bracket, and when you've done that, just I'll be writing one max batch which we have defined at the top. So we can just remember we have defined, so we have to define max batch here, which we have defined now. So when you've done with that things here, you have to just plus one with that. So here I'll be plussing one, and then here I'll be writing this tag coming underneath here, and simply I'll be writing that to like train data. So here when you've done with that, here I'll be just doing one thing, like I'll be coming here again, and then I'll be writing equal to, then I'll be just coming here and then writing np load. So when you've done that, just I'll be coming, and this np load is not any of the like important tag which you have to define. Now I'll be writing data in one string, you have to just use here, but you can also use two strings if you want here. So here I'll be writing training again, and here I'll be going to balance data, and here I'll be writing training data here, then I'll be writing another underscore in that, and if I just come here, so you can see there is written here like this curly brackets which is just open and close. So when I'm done with that, just simply I'll be coming here, and here I'll be writing .mpy. So it is not any of the file here, I'm just defining a tag here. So when you've done that, just I'll be writing .format, I'll be writing bracket here, and when you've done with that, here I'll be writing n comma, and then I'll be just moving forward here, writing here like allow, and here when you've done that, there's certain allow pickle equal true. So when you've done that, just simply I'll be coming underneath here, and we have defined that all things here. So I'll be just doing one thing, I'll be coming writing print tag here, and in this print tag I'll be writing f frames, and just I'll be moving forward here, and when you've done with that, simply I'll be writing collected, and here I'll be just writing that to like for batch, and when you've done with that, simply I'll be moving forward here, writing here, and there I'll be writing this semicolon here. So when you've done with that things here, I'll be doing one thing now. First of all, coming here, and now here I'll be just writing this tag to like lab, and here I'll be coming, and then I'll be changing that to train data. So here I'll be writing that to like training, and if I just move forward here, and then you can see there's a train data, so simply I'll be writing that. So when you're done with that things, if I just move here, so you can see now there is nothing we have to just do, because now it is done. So when you've done that, just simply I'll be coming here again, and then I will be doing one thing now. If I just scroll down, so you can see there it is written like df. So here I'll be writing that equal pd dot, and here when you've done with that, here I'll be writing that to like data frame. So when you've done with that, just I'll be doing one thing, like I'll be coming here and writing that to like train data, and here I'll be just coming underneath, and then I'll be changing that to print, and here when you've done with that, here I'll be doing first of all one thing, like I'll be coming here, and you can see there's that df.add, and when you just close that here, simply I'll be coming here again, writing that to like print, and here I'll be writing this, and then I'll be writing this backslash here. So when you've done that, if I just move to this file here, so you can see there is coming thing like that. So here I'll be writing print, and here I'll be doing one thing first of all, like till here we have done. So when you've done with that, simply I'll be just coming here, and here I'll be coming here underneath here also, and then I'll be writing one string here, or here I'll be not writing any string, there was only written counter which we have defined at the top. Then after it was just written df, in square bracket it was just written 2. Then if I just move here, so you can see there is written apply, and in bracket there was written str. So we have done that, so simply I'll be coming underneath and then writing that to like print, and I'll be writing this backslash n again here. So just come underneath here simply, and now when you've done that, I'll be writing left equal, and here I'll be just coming and changing that to like this square bracket here. Then I'll be coming here again, writing rights equal square brackets, and here I'll be moving underneath again, and then there's written forwards, which should be equal to square bracket. So when I'm done with that things here, if I just move here again, So you can see there is some of the other things there which we have to just define. So here when you've done that, now here I'll be just coming and you have to define for data in train data. So simply I'll be writing for data in train data. So here when you've done that, so you can see there is certain simply like that. So here I'll be writing this writing screen, and here if I just move, so you can see this and data square 0, then I'll be just coming underneath again, and then I'll be changing that to like minimap equal data and 1. So when you've done that, just I'll be coming here, and here I'll be writing that to like twice equal data 2. So when I'm done with that, simply I'll be just coming here again, and you can see it is just good here if I just show you. So when I'm done with that things here, I'll be just coming underneath here, and then I'll be just changing that to if. And if I just come here, so you can see this then if choice equal, then if I just move forward here, so you can see this then square bracket in which we have just written comma 0, and then we have also written 0 again. So simply I'll be doing one thing here. If I just move here, so you can see there was just written this like semicolon here, then I'll be writing dot append, and I'll be writing this brackets here, and now here in that I'll be writing this square bracket in which I'll be writing a screen, and then I'll be just coming and writing that to like minimap, and then I'll be writing comma again. Then if I just move forward here, I'll be writing choice. So when you've done that, just I'll be coming here now, and here I'll be now changing that to elif choice, and I'll be writing equal, and then if I just move forward here, I'll be changing that to 0 comma 1, and I'll be also writing comma again 0. So when you've done that, just I'll be writing this semicolon here, and here we have done that. So simply I'll be just coming writing here forwards, and here I'll be writing dot, and I'll be changing that to append. So when you've done with that things here, I'll be just writing this square bracket again here. So simply when you've done with that thing, I'll be writing 0 comma, and when you've done with that, I'll be moving here, and you can see there is written 1. So here I'll be writing this semicolon here. Okay, so we don't have to just write this thing here. Okay, so simply I'll be just doing one thing. I'll be writing append text here in choice. If I just show you, you can see. So here you have to write screen, and here I'll be writing minimap comma again, and if I just move here, so you can see there is written choice again like we have just written. So simply you have to do one thing like here I'll be moving to driving, and you can see there is written choice. So here I'll be writing, then I'll be coming underneath here and going back and then writing elif again. Then if I just come, so you can see there is written choice again. So here I'll be writing equal. Now I'll be changing its figure here. If I just write, so here I'll be writing 0 comma 0 1. So here I'll be writing that to like here. If I just come, so you can see there is rights dot append, and here I'll be writing screen comma minimap comma choice. So when you've done with that things here, I'll be just coming underneath, and then if I just move here, so you can see now after it there is written else. So here I'll be writing else print. So here I'll be printing here in that, like if I just move here, so you can see there's that no matches, and here I'll be just writing this 3 exclamation mark. So here I'll be just coming, and then here I'll be pressing enter, and then if I just move here, so you can see there is written like if left, and if I just move here, so you can see there is written left. So here I'll be writing that. Then when you've done with that, simply I'll be coming here, and you can see there is written left rights, and here I'll be just coming underneath here again, and then I'll be writing forwards, and here I'll be just coming writing that to equal forwards, and here I'll be writing this bracket here. Then when you've done with that, here now I'll be writing square bracket len, and here I'll be just coming, and you can see in that bracket there is written right. So here I'll be writing. So when you've done with that, here you can see it is done. Here if I just show you, so you can see it is good looking. So here I'll be doing one thing now. I'll be writing else, and here I'll be just coming and changing that to forwards. So here I'll be writing forwards equal, and if I just come here, you can see there's written forwards, and when you run with that, here I'll be writing len, and here I'll be writing that to like left. So when you've done with that, here simply I'll be doing one thing like I'll be just coming, and you can see there's written left equal left. So here I'll be just doing one thing like I'll be coming here, and then if I just move, so you can see there I'll be writing that to left equal, and here I'll be just coming and I'll be just writing that to square bracket, writing this semicolon here, and then I'll be just writing that to like len, and here I'll be just moving, and then there is then forwards in bracket. So here I'll be writing forwards, and when you've done with that, here I'll be just coming now again and writing that to rights equal, and here if I just come, so you can see there's then rights again. So when you've done that, I'll be writing here like len, and now here if I just move, so you can see there is then forwards again. So here I'll be writing that forwards, and when you've done with that things, here I'll be doing one thing now. Here I'll be coming writing that to final data equal, and then if I just move, so you can see there's then forwards here plus data, and here I'll be writing plus again, but there is not written data, there is written left. So here I'll be writing that, then there is written rights, so here I'll be changing that to rights. So when you've done that, just I'll be coming underneath here, and now here I'll be changing that to shuffle, and here I'll be writing final data. So we have just write in the shuffle like final data, then there is also written like print balance. So here I'll be writing that print tag, then I'll be writing f, in which I'll be just writing this strings here, and in that I'll be changing that to like balanced. And if I just move forward here, so you can see there's written data for, and there's written like batch. So when you're done with that, just I'll be moving here, and in curly bracket there is written, and now I'll be writing semicolon here. After that, then I'll be writing this and writing len, and here I'll be making brackets here, in which I'll be defining final data again like we have defined at the top. So when you've done with that, simply I'll be just coming underneath here again, then writing that to df equal pd dot, and if I just come here, so you can see there's that data frame. So when you've done that, just I'll be writing brackets here to just define thing in that. So there's a final data here because we have to define data. So just I'll be writing and coming underneath, and if I just go to this file again, so you can see now there's the line print df.head, and then I'll be just writing this bracket here. So I'll be just coming underneath here and then writing that to print. I'll be writing this colon, writing \n. So here I'll be just coming here, printing another thing like I'll be just coming, so you can see there's that counter again. So here I'll be writing counter, and then there is written in that like df2, and here when you've done that, just if I move here, so you can see there's that apply str again. So when you've done with that, here I'll be just coming, and then here if I just move down enough, so you can see there's that np save. So here I'll be writing np save, and then here it is written like data training. So here I'll be writing that, and when you've done with that things, here I'll be writing that to like data, and here I'll be just closing that by just writing these things and writing that to like balance dot, and here I'll be coming and changing that to npy. So when you've done with that, here I'll be just coming, and then I'll be writing that to format, and so here we have done that. So here I'll be just coming, changing that to like final data. So here I'll be writing that. So when you've done with that things, here I'll be just coming, and now I'll be coming underneath, writing that to print, and then I'll be writing \n. So when you've done with that, here I'll be just coming and writing that to print and I'll be writing that to data, and then I'll be moving forward here and changing that to like balanced. And if I just move forward here again, and you can see there's written and save, then I'll be moving forward again, and there's written for batch. So when you've done with that, here I'll be writing this curly brackets again, writing and I'll be writing this exclamation mark to just close here. So when you've done with that, here I have to do one thing, just I have to go to file, press save all button, and it is saved. So we have to now, we have just mentioned this file here to just link that. Now we have to mention another file like this check data. So here I'll be taken to my, and I'll be moving here. So when you've done with that, here for doing that, you have to do one thing. I'll be opening this import here, then I'll be zoom in. So you can see we have to import that things here. So now we have to do one thing. For that we have to make another file here. So here I'll be doing one thing. I'll be pressing right click on my Python package, going to new, pressing Python file, and give it the name like cell, then pressing enter. You can see this file has been automatically generated. Then I'll be zoom in to check here. So here I'll be more zoom in. So now you can see there's written import numpy like previously written. So here I'll be writing import numpy as np. So you can see we have just done that. Then you have to also import pandas here as pd. So when you've done with that, here I'll be just coming, and if I just move, so you can see there's written like from collections, and then I'll be moving forward. Again there is an import counter. So when you're done with that, here I'll be coming, and then there is written import OS. So here when you're done with that, I'll be coming underneath and then writing this 3 icons. Then I'll be coming here again and pressing enter here to, so you can see there is the like run this script, and I'll be just moving forward, and you can see there's the to check. Here I'll be just coming, and you can see there's to check your data. Then I'll be writing dot and moving forward here, writing that to like the script. And here if I just move, so you can see this then will print the label. So here I'll be writing that, I'll be writing label like that. So when you're done with that, here I'll be writing okay, so here we have to just write script to check that the script will print the total. Okay, so here there is the script the print the total number of, and I'll be coming underneath now, and then I'll be zoom out, so because it was just too much zoom in. Then I'll be writing along, and if I just move forward, so you can see this then with the number. So here I'll be writing with the number, and I'll be moving forward here and writing of each labels. And here if I just move forward again, and you can see this then occurrence, and when you're done with that thing, there I'll be coming, and then there is written like that. So we have just written that things here, and for that you have to do one thing now. Here I'll be coming writing n equal, and you can see there is written like init input. So just write that, then I'll be just writing this brackets again and that, and I'll be writing that to like enter the, and here I'll be writing that to like enter the batch. So here I'll be writing enter to enter the batch number 04, and here if I just come here, so you can see there is written final data, because like previously we have defined final data, and we have to also define final data in this file. So we have to just write that. Then I'll be writing if n equals 0, then I'll be just writing the semicolon and coming underneath here writing if os.path, and here I'll be just coming writing this brackets here. Okay, so this if is file, and then when you're done with that, here I'll be just coming, and here you have to write like data, and here I'll be writing backslash 2 times here, writing here like final data dot py, and here when you're done with that, here there's an npy here. So when you're done with that, here I'll be writing this, and then coming underneath here writing here like train data, and here if I just move forward, and simply I'll be just coming writing that to np load, and here I'll be just writing this sign here and writing that to like data, and just write this backslash here again, changing that to like final data dot npy, and here if I just move, so you can see this that allow, here I'll be writing allow pickle, and when you're done with that things, here we have to just write underscore here, that we'll be just writing equal to, and when you've done with that things, here I'll be just coming, and when you've done that, just I go to this file here again, and you can see there's then print f total. So here I'll be writing total, and I'll be just moving forward of that writing amount of, so here I'll be just writing, and when you've done with that, here I'll be just changing that to like frames collected, and when you've done that, just I'll be coming here, and you can see there's then let train data. So if I just do that, so you have to do one thing, you have to come here, and here I'll be just doing one thing, I'll be just writing this tag to just close here, then I'll be coming underneath here again writing that df equal like we have written. So here I'll be just changing that to like pd dot data frame, and here when you've done with that, here I'll be just coming and changing that to like train data. So here when you've done with that things, here I'll be just coming after that, and then I'll be just changing that to print, and here I'll be just coming, and then you can see there's the like df dot head, then there was just this bracket here to just open, then there is written print, in that we have just written this backslash n, coming underneath here and writing this to like print here again. Then if I just move, so you can see there's that counter, and here you can see there is still like df2 dot array, and in that I'll be writing str. So when you've done with that things here, simply I'll be just coming underneath, and then there is that like else tag here. So if I just move here, so we have to just write a else tag. So here I'll be just coming writing else, and I'll be just coming underneath here changing that to like print, and here I'll be writing that to like final, and I'll be just moving here, and then there's writing does not exist. And when you've done with that thing here, simply I'll be writing full stop here. Then I'll be going to file, pressing save, and now it is done. So here, when you've done with that thing, simply you have to do one thing. If I go to this check data file, okay, so it is looking good. So if I go to the top, we have import also many things here. So you can see everything is perfect here, which we have to work with, and it is looking good. So till here we have done. So simply I'll be going to file, pressing save all here, and now it is good. So we have to just now when you've done with that, just you have to do another thing like so. Now here you can see till print we have defined, till final data does not exist. Now here I'll be just going to this file again, check that, and now underneath you can see we have to just define this else tag here. So for that I'll be coming underneath here, then I'll be doing one thing like I'll be writing that to else. Then here if I just come, so you can see there is a little like train data. So here I'll be writing train data equal. Then if I just move forward here, you can see there is train data. Then I'll be writing backslashes here, and then changing that to like training underscore data dot npy. And when you've done with that, here I'll be just coming, and then here I'll be changing that to this curly brackets here first of all. So just write that. And when you've done with that things here, I'll be doing one thing like here I'll be writing this, and then writing that to underscore here. And when you've done with that, here I'll be just coming now, simply changing that to like dot format. And so here we have done that. So simply if I just come here, so you can see there is not any of the like close tag. So here I'll be just coming now. Then if I just move here, so you can see there's done if os dot path dot, and if I just move here, so you can see there's done is file. So when you've done with that, here I'll be just coming now, and then here I'll be changing that to like train data. So when you've done with that, here I'll be doing one thing like here I'll be just now coming, and now I'll be just changing this tag to like allow, and I'll be writing allow pickle equal true. So when you've done that, here I'll be just coming now, and then I'll be just first of all doing one thing here like I'll be moving here, then I'll be just coming underneath, but here I have to just write semicolon, then I'll be just coming underneath here. And when you've done with that, here here I'll be just doing like I don't have to just write these things here. Okay, so there is one problem here. We don't have to just write here thing like that. Here we have to just write train data, and if I just write, then if we have to come underneath, if I just show you, yes. Now here you have to write like train data underscore 2 equal. So just write that, and when you've done that, just I'll be moving forward here, and then after that write here np dot load, and you have to just write this brackets here, and then change that to like train data here. So just I'll be writing that, and when you've done with that, here I'll be just coming writing allow, and here I'll be writing that to like allow pickle. So here I'll be writing, and when you've done that, I'll be writing that to true. So when you've done with that things here, I'll be just coming here and changing that to a tag. First of all, here I'll be coming, and you can see there's the print tag here simply, so I'll be writing that. And when you've done with that, here I'll be changing that to like un, and if I just come here, so you can see there's that unbalanced. So here I'll be writing that unbalanced, and if I just move here again, then you can see there's that raw data. So when you've done that, just I'll be writing this semicolon and move forward here, and then you have to do one thing like you have to just come here and write plus icon here, write here str, and when you've written that, just you have to come here, write len, and right here like train. And if I just move do that, so here you can see we have to don't close that here, so yeah, I'll be erasing from here, then you have to just close that here. So when you've done that, just I'll be coming here and right here like train data 2, which we have defined at the top. So here we have to just come underneath again, and then I'll be changing this to like df equal, so here I'll be writing df equal pd dot data frame. And when you've done with that, here I'll be just coming now, and then I'll be just moving here again, writing that to like train data. And here if I just come, so you can see there's the train data 2, which we have defined at the top, because train data we have defined many times here. So I'll be now coming underneath, writing print df dot head. So here I'll be writing that bracket should be open, come underneath here again, then I'll be writing print tag here again. And when you've done that, just I'll be writing this backslash n. So when you've done that, I'll be writing print again. Then if I just move forward and changing that to like counter, so here I'll be writing that counter. And when you've done that, just I'll be coming, and then I'll be just changing that to like df, and I'll be writing 2 right here like array. And when you've done with that, just in brackets write str. So when you've done with that, here I'll be just coming underneath. Then if I just move here, so you can see there's then print backslash n. So here I'll be writing print backslash n. So when you've done with that here, simply I'll be just coming underneath, writing that to like print data 2 equal, and then if I just move forward, you can see there's that bell. So here I'll be writing that equal, and if I just move forward, you can see then there is written like data, and I'll be writing that to like training. And when you're done with that here, I'll be just coming and you can see there's that print data, and I'll be writing this. And when you're done with that here, I'll be writing npy. So when you're done with that things here, you can see there's that balanced. So here I'll be writing balanced dot npy. So if I just come here, so you can see there is written underscore. So here I'll be writing that. And when you're done with that, simply I'll be doing first of all one thing. I'll be just coming here, writing that to like dot format, and I'll be writing n. So here I'll be just coming, and then I'll be just changing that to like first of all I'll be coming here underneath, save here. And when you've done that all things, just you have to do another thing like, so now here you can see we have just defined these things here. And now when you've done with that, just I have to do one thing now. Here I'll be just going to check data file, and here you can see there is written like if os path here. So just I'll be coming here now, and I'll be writing if os dot path, and here I'll be writing dot again. And then if I just move here, so you can see there's then is file, then I'll be writing this brackets here, and then I'll be just moving here and writing that to like train bell, and here I'll be just writing that to like underscore again, but there is written data. Okay, so here I'll be first of all writing data underscore, and then you have to just write that. So when you've done with that things here, I'll be doing one thing like writing semicolon, coming underneath here, writing that to like trend data 3. So just write that, because now we have to define trend data 3, we have defined trend data 2, and now we have to define trend data 3. Now when you've done that, just I'll be writing np load tag here, which we have defined at the top. Now in this np load tag here, I will be defining the same thing like train data bell. So here just write that like train data bell again. Then when you've done that, just simply I'll be going to this file again, right here allow pickle like we are defining in previous files also, and write it equal to true. So when you've done that, just I'll be coming underneath here, and then I'll be just writing that to print tag here. And then here if I just write this bracket, and here I'll be just coming writing that to like new balanced, and here I'll be just moving forward here and changing that to balance data. Then I'll be writing this semicolon here, and then changing that to like plus str. And when you've done that, just I'll be coming and writing that to like len, and here I'll be just writing this brackets again, changing that to like train data 3 here, which we have defined at the top. So just write that all things here. Simply I'll be doing one thing like here I'll be coming underneath writing dfpd, which is the panda short form like I'm telling you. Now I'll be just writing data frame here, and when you've done that, just I'll be writing this brackets here, and here I'll be writing that to like train data 3 again, which we have defined at the top. So when you've done that all things, so here I'll be just coming now again, then I'll be just coming underneath here, and then first of all I'll be coming underneath, then I'll be just coming here writing print df dot head again like things which we have defined previously, write print tag again, and in this print tag I'll be just writing that to like backslash n, and then come here, right here print, and in this print tag I'll be changing that to counter. So when you've done that, just I'll be doing one thing like here I'll be just coming, and here I'll be just writing this brackets here, but here I'll be not writing this balance. Here I'll be just writing this brackets, but before that if I just come here, so you can see there is written like counter df. So here I'll be writing df, and in underscore I'll be writing like 2, then in array I'll be writing str tag. So when you've done that, just I'll be coming underneath here, and then if I just come underneath and if I just move here, so you have to define else tag simply. So here I'll be writing else tag, then I'll be writing here like print value, and then when you've done with that, here I'll be just coming writing that to like balanced. So here I'll be writing that, and when you've done with that things, here I'll be just coming now again, then changing that to like new balanced data. So here I'll be writing new balanced data. So when you've done that, just I'll be writing this column here, and then I'll be writing plus str. So just write that to like plus str. So when you've done that, just I'll be writing this brackets here and write that to like len, and I'll be writing that to like train data. And when you've done with that thing, simply I'll be just coming here writing underscore 3. So when you've done with that, here I'll be just coming now, then I'll be writing that to like dfpd, then I'll be writing dot, and if I just come here, so you can see there is one data frame. So just write that here, then here I'll be writing this brackets, and then coming here writing that to train data 3. So when you've done that, which we have defined at the top, we have to define here also. Then I'll be doing one thing now, here I'll be just coming, and then here if I just come, so you can see there's there is written like print again. So just you have to define print, then right here like df.head again, then just you have to close that. You have to come underneath here, and then here I'll be doing one thing now. Just write here print, and in that I'll be writing this colon, right \n, and now here I'll be changing that to print again. And when you've done with that things, here out I will be writing that to like counter. So here I'll be writing counter df, and here I'll be writing .2, or you can not write that. So I'll be writing .array str. So when you've done with that, here I'll be just coming underneath, and then I'll be just doing one thing. First of all, I'll be not writing array here. I'll be writing here apply. So just write here and simply here also. So if I do that here, so you can see here it is good now. So when you've done with that thing, simply I'll be just moving to this check data here. So when you've done with that, just you can see there is this written like print. And now here if I just come underneath, and then here we have to just do one thing. If I just come here, so you can see there it is written else. So here I'll be just defining else here. So here if I just move at the top, so there is not any of the else tag which we have to define here. So here because of that I will be erasing here. So because of that it was given error. So here I'll be pressing backspace, and now here I'll be defining else again. Now here I'll be writing that to print text simply. And if I just show you, if it is just 2 space, so I'll be also giving, okay, so there is 1 space here. So simply give that. Then I'll be just in this print tag I'll be just defining that to balance. So here I'll be writing balance data. So when you've done that, just I'll be moving here and changing that to like balance data file does not exist. So when you've done with that things, here I'll be just coming, and if I just move here, so you have to just write full stop in the end of that, and we have done that. So simply I'll be coming underneath here, writing here like things like that. Then I'll be writing print tag here, but I'll be just writing different thing in that like data not. And if I just move forward and come here, so you can see this data does not exist. So here I'll be writing. So when you've done with that, here I'll be doing one thing now, just coming here again, writing full stop to just stop that things. And now here I'll be just coming, and then you can see we have done that also. When you've done with that thing, just go to file and press save all button to just save that things, and you can see now it is good to go. So you can just work with that here. So when you've done with that, simply you have to do one thing now. Here you have to just open another file of that. So you can see this in combined data. I'll be going to PyCharm text editor here and open that file simply here. So you don't have to just write. Okay, so here I was just closing that file simply. So here I have to just open that, and when you've done with that, simply just close this check data file and this self and driving. So here you have to just open a package of Python again, and in Python file I'll be given the name of like car. Simply press enter to just save, and you can see it has been automatically saved into a Python file here. Then I'll be zoom in so you can see my code, pressing this, and you can see we have to import numpy as np, then press enter simply. Then I'll be writing from random import, and if I just move forward, you can see there is the shuffle. So just come underneath here, and there if I just come here, you can see there's 3 columns. So here I'll be coming and underneath here, and when you've done that, just I'll be writing now that we, and here if I just come, so you can see have our training. And if I just move forward here, so I'll be just doing one thing now, press again, so we can close that. So here I'll be just coming, writing that to data, and here if I just move forward, you can see there is done balanced. So when you're done with that things, here I'll be doing one thing like here I'll be moving forward, changing that to like we can combine, and here I'll be just moving, and you can see this done all our batches. So here I'll be writing all our batches. So here when you're done with that, simply I'll be doing one thing now, all our batches again. So you have to write that. So when you've done that, just I'll be coming underneath, change that to like, first of all I'll be going back, you can see this stuff into that, I'll be writing into that single file. So just write that. Then if I just move here, so you can see this like this would make, and if I just move forward, you can see there's done it easier. And here when you've done with that, just I'll be coming here for us to, and if I just move forward here, and you can see there's done us to, just I'll be moving forward here also. Then I'll be writing train our CNN. So I'll be writing full stop and coming underneath here. So when you've done with that, here I'll be just doing one thing now, coming underneath again. Then I'll be writing that to like enter the maximum, and if I just move forward, you can see there is this written off training, and I'll be just moving forward again, changing that to data. And here when you've done that, just I'll be writing data batch number. So just I'll be writing full stop here, then coming underneath, and when you've done with that, here I'll be writing n equal in it, and I'll be changing that to input. And when you've done with that, just I'll be writing this colon, but here you have to write one colon here, then I'll be writing enter, and here I'll be changing that to enter number of branches here. So just I'll be writing that. So when you're done with that, here you have to do one thing. Now just come here, so you can see this done batches, not branches. So here I'll be writing batches, and when you're done with that, just I'll be writing semicolon and pressing space bar, coming underneath here, and then I'll be just changing that to like final equal. Then I'll be writing this square bracket here, and you can see there it is written like for I in range. So here I'll be writing for I in range, and when you've done that, just I'll be writing this brackets here and then changing that to like n. So when you've done that, just I'll be coming underneath, and then I'll be writing that to file equal list, and here we have done that. So simply I'll be just coming now here, then I'll be writing np.load, and when you've done with that thing, simply I'll be just coming here, writing app data, and then I'll be writing that to like training. And when you've done with that, here I'll be just coming now, changing that to like data underscore data, and I'll be writing underscore this curly brackets in which I will be writing that to like I plus 1. And when you've done with that, here I'll be just coming, writing that to like balance, and here I'll be writing npy. So when you've done with that, here simply I'll be going to this file, and you can see with the comma there is an allow pickle. So here I'll be writing comma allow pickle equal true. So when you've done with that, here I'll be just coming, and you can see now it is good, so we can just move on with that. So simply I'll be coming here again underneath that, so you can see there is that print app loaded, and if I just move forward again, so here L should be just capital here. So here I'll be writing that, then I'll be just moving forward here, changing that to like I plus 1, and here I'll be just writing this bracket and this one. So when you've done with that, here simply I'll be just coming now, and then changing that to like final dot extend, and I will be just changing that to this brackets here, in which I'll be writing file. So when you've done that, just I'll be coming underneath here, changing that to print, and just write that to like this sign here, means this bracket, then I'll be changing that to app extended. And here if I just move forward, so you can see there it is written like this curly brackets I plus 1 again. So we have done that all things. So here I'll be just coming now, and then I'll be just changing that to like shuffle equal, and then if I just move, so you can see there is not equal, just simply there is that final here, then I'll be just coming underneath, and then there is that like print, and here I'll be writing that to like data, and if I just move forward, you can see there's that data shuffled. So here I'll be writing this semicolon and coming underneath here, and when you've done with that, here I'll be changing that to like np.save, and when you've done with that, here I'll be just coming and changing that to data, and here I'll be just writing this backslash here and writing that to like final, and I'll be writing final data.npy, and when you've done with that, here simply I'll be coming underneath here again, writing dot final. So just I'll be coming underneath here and just changing that to like print, and here I'll be writing save. So here we have done that all things. So here I'll be just coming now, and here I'll be writing this, and then I'll be just coming underneath here again, and when you've done that, just you have to do everything like. Now here you can see we have just defined that, and now if I just go to this file, you can see there is written a print tag, and if I just zoom in and show you, so you can see there is a print tag. So here I'll be doing one thing now. Here I will be just coming to this r.py file now, and then I'll be writing print, and here I'll be writing this tag here, and in that I'll be just changing that to like f, and then I'll be writing total, and if I just move here and go to this file, you can see this the number of frames, and if I just move forward again, then you can see there it is written like number of frames collected. So here I'll be writing that, and here I'll be writing this semicolon, and you can see after that there it is written like len. If I just move here, okay, so there it is written this, and then in that there is written len final in bracket, and you can see we have just written that things which is just written here. So when you've done that, just you have to go to file and press save here, and now it is done. So when you've done that, just open your file explorer here, then the folder which we have just made here like this self-driving car, here I'll be coming and then opening this convert npy to hdf opening, and then I'll be moving to this here. So you can see now we are just getting these things. You have to do one thing here, like you have to just do like, you have to come here, then you have to do like go here, and then you have to import that thing there. But before that I'll be coming, and then here I'll be going to top, going to this file, and you can see there it is written like import OS. Then I'll be just coming underneath, and then I'll be just writing that to import H5. Here I'll be writing PY. So here if I do that, so you can see that we have written that. So for doing that, installing that, you have to come here, right here, pip install H5, and right here PY. So just press enter here, and when you will be done that, so it will be take some time to just install. Here you can see it is installing here. It will be not take some time, it will be just take some seconds to just install here, because it is not really heavy thing which you have to just install in that. Now you can see it is installing some of the build dependencies which we have to just work with that. So simply you can see it is just installing that thing here. So now till here it is installing. I'll be coming here and importing another thing, like if I just come here, so you can see we have to just import numpy as np. So here I'll be writing that as np. So when you've done with that things, now simply you have to do one thing. Now here I'll be minimizing that, and here if I just scroll down, you have to just come here also, and then I'll be just coming underneath, and when you've done that, just I'll be going to this file here, and you can see there's a def. So here I'll be writing def, and now here I'll be just moving and then changing that to like def append, and here I'll be writing underscore after that, and then here I'll be just coming and changing that to like to data set. So here I'll be writing to data set. So when you've done with that things, here I'll be just coming now, and then when you've done that, just I'll be writing f comma, and then if I just move, so you can see there it is written nothing. So here I'll be just coming now, changing that to like f comma here, and then if I just move, so you can see there it is written data set. So here I'll be writing, and again I'll be writing comma, then here it is written ARR, then I'll be writing this semicolon and coming underneath here. So now you can see there it is written like, if I just move here, so you can see there it is written f data set. So here I'll be writing that, and when you've done with that thing, here I'll be just coming now, writing dot resize here, and here I'll be just writing this brackets, and then when you've done with that, I'll be just changing that to like f, and here I'll be changing that to data set again, and when you've done that, just I'll be moving here, and then here I'll be writing data set in like square bracket. So write that data set, and when you've done that, just I'll be moving here again, then I'll be just doing one thing now, right here dot shape, and then in that I'll be writing 0. If I just show you, so you can see in the square bracket you have to write 0, and when you've done that, just I'll be coming here, and then just write here plus len, and right here ARR, then here I'll be just coming, changing that to like plus icon again, moving forward here, and then writing here like axis. So here first of all I'll be doing one thing. If I just move here, so you can see there it is written comma, there I'll be just writing here like axis equal, and if I just move, so you can see there it is written 0. So when you've done that, just I'll be coming, writing here f data set again, then here I'll be just coming, writing minus len, or you can say dash len, then I will be just coming here, changing that to ARR tag in bracket, then you have to just write this, close here and write ARR again. So when you've done with that thing, simply you have to do one thing, you have to come here again, then I'll be just moving here, and then if I just move here again, right here print, and here I'll be just coming now, and then I'll be changing that to f shape, and just move forward again, then here it is written like of data set in curly bracket. So here I'll be writing that, then I'll be just moving forward here, and here I'll be just writing this colon here and writing that to like f data set, and when you've done that, just I'll be coming here again, then I'll be changing that to like dot shape. So just write here like dot shape, and we have done that. So simply I'll be just coming now, and then I'll be just coming underneath here, and then if I just move here and writing that simply here, so you can see there it is just having 2 line space here, so simply we have also given that. So here I'll be just coming, writing here like max batch equal, and here I'll be just coming now and changing that to init, and here I'll be writing input, and when you've done with that, here simply just come here again, changing that to like another tag which will be like enter, and here I'll be just coming now and just changing that to like enter max batch number, and here I'll be writing this like this semicolon after that, and when you've done that, just I'll be coming now here again, then I'll be just changing that to for I in range, and when you've done that, just I'll be doing one thing, like I'll be coming here, and then I'll be changing that to like 1 max, and here when you've done that, just I'll be coming now, and then I'll be just changing that to like 1 max equal batch, and then I'll be just moving forward here, changing that to +1, and then I'll be just writing semicolon and coming underneath here, and you can see then after that there it is written like data equal np dot load. Then I'll be writing this brackets here, then just come here again and write here like f data. Then here I'll be writing like backslash right here training. Then here I'll be just coming now writing here like data, and then here I'll be just writing that to like curly brackets and write dot and py here. So when you've done that, just I'll be coming here right here like allow the kill, and here I'll be writing equal to. So when you've done that, just I'll be coming here, and then here I will be just coming now, and then I'll be writing that to screen minimap, and here I'll be writing comma. Then I'll be just doing one thing now. Here I'll be just coming and then changing that to twice equal, and here I'll be just moving forward again. Then I'll be writing square bracket. Then I'll be moving here, writing a square bracket here. Then I'll be just coming underneath, and then here I'll be doing one thing now, right, for x, y, z. So when I'm done with that, here if I just come, so you can see there it is written space. So here I'll be also giving a space from here. So when you've done that, I'll be writing in data. So just when you're done with that thing, here I'll be writing semicolon and coming underneath again, changing that to like screen dot append, and when you've done that, just come here again, then change that to like x. Right here another thing which should be just like, I'll be coming here right here minimap. So just write here minimap, and when you've done with that, so I'll be just coming now here and then changing that to like dot append, and then in that I'll be writing y. So just erase from here, write y here. Then just you have to come here and just change that to like twice dot append, and when you've done that, just I'll be writing this two brackets, writing z here to just close. So when you've done with that, here you have to do one thing now, just you have to do nothing, just save here, and now your work has been done. So just till here I hope you understand that all things, and I hope you also enjoyed this project of AI, artificial intelligence in Python, and I hope you also enjoyed this project. Here we have linked many of the files here, but it will be just really good of you, and just add your own features and quality which you can just add in your project, because from that your like practice will be just good, and you will be good at these languages and in AI and data sciences also. So I'll be also picking up some of the clones of React also in future, means I'll be not doing that day by day, but I'll be just bringing that some of the times here, because here now I'm just focused on this Python in data sciences and in AI, and we'll be just working with that whole of the month here. Then we'll be starting like Node.js and many other languages in future, which I'll be just uploading, and I hope you'll enjoy that also. So you can see we are just having these things here, and till here I hope you understand that. So just I hope this the AI project is just helpful for you. This self-driving car project is really good enough to just make here, and I hope you also enjoy this project like my previous project of AI data sciences here. So just practice at all project we are working with, and I hope you will be a good programmer of that. So just I'll be meeting you next project. So for today, goodbye.